Welcome to the Old Lumens channel again. I have another review to do. This light came from Banggood, and it's a Olight S20R baton. Okay, that's the S20R baton flashlight. It comes in some real nice packaging. This light is a rechargeable variable output side switched flashlight, and it includes in the package a micro USB charging dock and a rechargeable battery, so that'll be interesting to see. It's rated at 550 lumens max, total 480 hours, throw 118 meters, powered by a single 18650 battery. On the back of the case, it has some specs, and they're sort of hard to read. I may have to take the light away here to read, but let's see. On mode 1, 550 lumens. On mode 2, 120 lumens. On mode 3, 5 lumens. And on mode 4, 1 lumen. On mode 1, it would run 2 hours. Mode 2, 9 hours. Mode 3, 120 hours. Mode 4, 480 hours. Candela is 3500 CD, impact resistance 1.5 meters, waterproof IPX7, length 108.4 millimeter, and diameter 4.27. No, I'm sorry. Diameter is not shown. Sorry. 4.27 inches is length. Weight is 52 grams or 1.83 ounces. And what they say on the package is the S20R, extremely compact. I'm just reading here, you know. A retina scorching 550 lumens. Okay. The other thing about it is that it also includes, it has a 5-year quality warranty promise. So I'm going to have to read about that. Anyways, it has some real nice packaging, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up and take a look at it in here, and I'm going to pause here while I do that. Okay, so I've got things apart here, and initially when I first opened it up at the top, I got the strap to go with it, the wrist strap. I got a little package that has a couple spare O-rings and the little metal ring for the wrist strap. I have a manual, user manual for it. I have some advertising for all the other Olights that they make. Then in the bottom came the charging base. Okay. Now this light is magnetic, so you just put it in the charging base like that. Okay. And it stands up while it charges. It's a USB, micro, or not micro USB. Charging dock. Well, maybe. There we go. And it comes with it was sort of odd to me, is it comes with a USB cable that is regular USB here and micro USB on the other end. That's sort of interesting. I don't know how I would plug that in, because I use regular USB on my computer, so I have to figure that one out. You also have a little manual, or a little manual for how to affix the. There's a sticky bottom for the charging dock that you can put as anti-slip that you can put on the bottom of the charging dock, and it'll show you instructions on how to do that. Okay, and that way the dock doesn't move around; it stays in place without moving around. And that's that, and then the light. So the first part of this is just initial impressions. This is the second Olight I've had, and to me they seem to be really nice lights. Seem to be really well made. This one, as far as the finish is excellent. The anodizing is no nicks, scratches, scrapes anywhere. It is a magnetic base. There's a XML2 in it with a polished reflector. It's not I thought it might be an orange peel reflector, but it's not. So it should throw a little bit farther than an orange peel would. It looks to be a stainless bezel, and it has a clip that comes with it, belt clip that comes with it. So I'm going to probably, well, I'm going to open it up and see that there's supposed to be a recharge. Yep, there is a battery in here. Okay. So we have an Olight 18650, 2600 mAh for high drain devices. I'll have to check that out and see. It's not sealed off, so actually the light could have been turned on, you know, or could be on. And I'll see if I can put this together or not here. I feel some grit in here. I don't know if you can hear it, but there we go. I feel some grit inside. I probably would not like that too much. It's a push button. There's on there. Ooh, that's pretty bright. Now let's see, it gotta be real quick clicks to, there's a flash, strobe. Okay, I'll have to go through the modes. It looks like you're gonna have to press really fast to get to the different modes. So I'll have to look at that, so just hang on for a minute here. Okay, so when all else fails, look at the user's manual. On and hold to get to low, medium, high for the side switch. Okay, on, off, click the side switch to turn it on, change brightness levels, figure A. Moonlight, press and hold the switch when the light is off. Okay, so press and hold the switch when the light is off, and there's the moonlight setting. Alright. The strobe, double click to get the strobe. Lockout, press and hold the side switch for approximately 2 seconds when the light is off. The light will quickly flash to moonlight mode and then turn off. The lockout mode will prevent the side switch and tail cap from turning on to prevent accidental activation. To unlock, press and hold the side switch approximately 1 second. When the light is locked, the light will automatically be in moonlight mode. Okay, so if I press and hold, okay, now I'm locked, all right, and then if I press and hold again, there we go, we're on moonlight mode. And then to switch modes, there's the next mode, there you go, four modes. Okay, so, and double click, I already did the double click, and you do get the strobe. So it works according to what it says. I'm just looking for anything else that might be here on the way of information. Not really. Okay, like I said, when I took the tail cap apart, I mentioned that I can feel a little bit of grit in there, so there's got to be some dirt in there. The threads appear to be a square cut thread. It's very thin. Okay, this, you can see the thickness of the body right there. This is very, very thin light. It's very thin in the tail cap, almost paper thin, you know. And again, the tail cap has a magnet in it, but there's the spring down inside. Let's take the rest of it apart and see. I want to take the clip off. Okay. The clip looks like it would stay on pretty good. Shouldn't come off too easily. And then let's see what else we can take apart here real quick, if we can take anything apart. It doesn't look like there's a seam in here anywheres. And boy, there must be one somewheres. But I don't see a seam. It almost looks like it's one piece made, body to head. I'll have to investigate that further. So initially, it seems to be a nice looking light, a nice lightweight light. The heaviest part of the light is the battery. It's very, very light with no battery in it, so I'm assuming there's probably not much heat sinking at all. The momentary switch works like it should. The clip is fairly sturdy. Everything appearance-wise looks real nice. LED is centered, and the lens is a, don't think it's AR, but I'm not. I can't. I'd have to look and see. It's coated anyways. At least it's a coated lens. There's a little bit of that purplish red color in it, but I'm just looking to see if it says anything about the lens anywhere. It doesn't tell me that I see anywhere about that. As far as a warranty, you have within 30 days of purchase you can return it. Within 5 years of repurchase, you can also return for repair or replacement. It doesn't cover wear and tear, modifications. I wonder why they put modifications in there. Must be they know our forum. Misuse and negligence and all that kind of thing. But you'd have to return it to an authorized Olight dealer. So, anyways, that's the initial look at the Olight. It seems to be a real nice light for probably like an EDC, something to wear on your belt. I want to charge this battery up and see how it does. I want to take some measurements right now and see what it's at, what it came to me as. I was sort of surprised, excuse me, that the battery came without any protection at all on it when it was inside the light. But hey, you know, it really couldn't have, I don't think it could have gotten turned on in the package. The package is big enough that it wouldn't have gotten turned on. So anyways, like I say, this is the Olight S20R Baton is what it's called. And that's my initial thoughts of it. We'll do a little more checking on the outputs here in a few minutes. Okay, the battery read 3.75 volts, and I'm just going to do the amp checks on here. First turn on, I got it turned on high right now. It has mode memory. I'm getting 1.35 amps on high. Low is 0.20. Now hang on a second, because that's high. No reading off the lowest mode on my amp meter. Next mode is 0.2. Next mode is 1.37. So the three modes, low, medium, high. Low doesn't read. Medium reads 0.2 amps and high reads 1.3. Well, it starts out at 1.37, goes down to 1.35. Looks like it's stable at 1.35 amps, and then starting to drop off now, 1.34. Leave it on for another minute or so here and see. It shouldn't get super hot with only 1.3. Now it's down to 1.33 amps. So it's slowly dropping off. It shouldn't get super hot at that kind of an amperage, and I'm not surprised that they would keep the amperage down, because it's such a light light, or such a light body and head, no real weight there, you know. So there's no place for the heat to go. So I'm not surprised at all that they've got a fairly low amp draw on it. As far as the beam profile, let me screw this tail cap back on again. That's sort of a little difficult to screw on. You really have to push in hard. Now this is a protected battery too. This is a protected battery that came with it. Okay. I can't really do much for beam for you, I don't think. Well, maybe I can do a little bit of something right there for you. Of course, you know it's going to look blue in the camera, but that'll give you some idea of beam profile. Be interesting to see what it's like when I take it outside and take some beam shots of it. But overall, it doesn't seem to be a bad little light. I'd have to go back on Banggood and see what the price is, but I think it's fairly expensive. I think this is around 40 some, 50 some bucks for this light. And you know me, I'm a budget light kind of guy, huh? So I don't know anything about whether the price is worth it or not, but I do like the little charging setup. That's pretty slick for charging off USB. And overall, it seems to be a nice, well-made light. All right, thanks for watching.